everyone. So, Abhira and Arman's relationship reaches another heartbreaking turning point in today's episode of Ye Rishta Kya Kehlata Hai. Even though both of them are emotionally distant, it becomes painfully clear that neither of them has truly moved on. They continue thinking about each other, trapped between love, hurt, and years of misunderstanding that refuse to fade away. At the same time, Myra and Mukti desperately try to reunite them. They discuss how Abhira and Arman simply cannot stay away from each other no matter how much they fight. Myra emotionally says that only God can now bring them back together, adding a soft emotional layer to an otherwise tense episode. Things take a dramatic turn when Abira finally calls Arman, but instead of warmth, she is met with disappointment. Arman tells her that although he originally planned to come for their date, he has now decided not to come at all. That one statement opens the floodgates for a painfully emotional confrontation. Abira tells Arman that she has finally realized the biggest problem in their relationship. According to her, they remain happy only when they stop interfering in other people's matters. She accuses him of blindly supporting his brother while ignoring what his own mother was trying to explain earlier. Arman quickly loses patience and says she cannot spend her entire life counting his mistakes. But Abira refuses to stay silent. She tells him that he never truly trusted her. Arman emotionally replies that he waited for 2 weeks hoping everything would improve, only to completely lose faith in her. Abira then shocks him by revealing that she did return after those 2 weeks, but Vidya stopped her from meeting him. Arman is stunned. He cannot believe Abira actually thought he would send her custody papers. Abira explains that Vidya emotionally manipulated her and frightened her by saying Myra's health would suffer because of the ongoing tension. Arman argues that she should have contacted him directly instead of believing others, but Abira fires back immediately. She reminds him that he separated her from Myra not once but twice. Their argument soon turns even more emotional as both of them begin exposing years of hidden pain. Arman finally opens up about his lifelong insecurity. He admits that he spent his entire life trying to prove his worth to people around him and never wanted Myra to experience the same pain. That is why he kept expecting Abira to prove her love and commitment towards Myra. But those words deeply wound Abira. She tells Arman he has absolutely no right to ask her to prove her motherhood. According to her, his insecurities and fears have slowly turned him irrational and controlling. The emotional intensity between them becomes unbearable as both struggle between love and resentment. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the Poddar family, Kaveri silently prays for Abira and Arman to reunite before the Vat Savitri Puja. At the same time, another family conflict began escalating. Manisha and Manoj inform Arman that Aryan is refusing to leave Disha's house until she forgives him. Arman tries to explain that emotionally blackmailing Disha and her family is not the solution. But the biggest shock comes when Tanya suddenly demands a divorce from Krish. Everyone is left speechless. Krish outright refuses to give her a divorce, while Kajal asks Abira to step in and help solve the issue. Surprisingly, Abira calmly says that Krish and Tanya should handle their marriage problem themselves without outside interference. Chris sarcastically remarks that Abira is finally speaking wisely for the first time. By the end of the episode, almost every relationship is hanging by a thread. Emotions are exploding, misunderstandings are deepening, and the possibility of reconciliation feels both close and painfully far away at the same time. The episode works strongly because of its emotional writing and layered performance. The Abira and Arman confrontation felt raw and real instead of repetitive. Both characters finally voiced years of hidden insecurities, pain, and frustration, making it impossible to fully blame either side. Arman's fear of never feeling worthy added depth to his character, while Abira's anger over being forced to prove her motherhood felt heartbreaking and justified. Combined with Tanya's divorce demand and the growing family tension, the episode successfully balanced emotional intensity with meaningful drama. Thank you for watching. Bye.